Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a hosting opportunity we have available with us, 2.2 megawatts. That's more than 1,000 miners available for hosting right now as of March 16th. So you can jump on in with us, host with us, your What's Miner, your Bitmains, even GPUs, whatever you want. Go to cryptollc.org. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a similar farm we have here. This is for one of our clients. He's mining on S19Js and S19 Pros. So we'll be showing you guys the farm and talking about the mining opportunity or the hosting opportunity we have with Crypto LLC. Before we get started, Bitcoin saves your wealth and Jesus Christ saves your soul. All right, let's do this. So today's video, we show you guys around the farm. This is what we have. It's a 1.75 megawatt farm. It is pretty windy today. Very windy. Miners are doing great. Temperature is about 60 degrees outside. 5 rows. Now for our new mining facilities, we do 6 rows. Got a 40-foot container. The ones we're using for our mining facilities are 45. So we have upgrades along the way as we've built out farms in this area. We came to like slow incremental upgrades that we have done along the way. One of them is making the container 45 feet and not 40 feet. Another one is not 5 rows, but 6 rows. I'll show you guys inside this one. There you go. These are S19 Pro, 110 terahash, you can see right there. Show you guys the backside. It's exhaust, very warm over here. The big fans, we don't need them right now, so they're not on. They're spinning from just the pressure, but they are not on. See how we cut out holes for the louvers, for the rebar. We have now switched to just doing fully rebar. Here's our filtration system. The filter looks dirty, but it's not. If you look from the other side, it's very clean. This outside of on the outside of the filter, it looks like that. It's actually very clean, plenty of air. You see how it protects the miners from leaves and garbage and bugs and stuff like that, and dirt and dust. And you see a bunch of leaves over there. All of that is, this filtration is protecting the farm from all of that stuff. And we have the tarp here protecting from snow and rain and wind, stuff like that. It's actually meant to protect the filter. So we have a double layer. This one's protecting the filter, and then the filter is protecting the miners. We got our gear here, 2 gears, each for one for each transformer. It's a 1 megawatt gear. Actually, a 750 kVA gear. This is a 1 megawatt gear, and then we got the megawatt transformer, the 750 kVA transformer. Now for the new farm we have that's available for hosting, that one has just one transformer. It's a 2.2 megawatt transformer. It has a primary meter on that transformer, and we're going to be using 400 amp service rated breakers, which means that we are not using a gear where each panel is its own gear. So each panel is actually service rated 400 amp, 416 volts. I'll show you guys around this corner here. This is our other filtration box, for the first container. You see extension over there. So we did some upgrades in terms of how to space things out. The 2.2 megawatt farm we have right now, we're spacing out the panels and we're spacing out the filtration system. So actually the filtration system is going to run across the whole entire thing. So it's a little different, allows more air. This setup is not bad. It's not a bad setup. It works, but we, do some incremental upgrades, and we see that we can get a little better airflow, more even airflow. Show you guys around inside. See, we got that mix: S19J, S19 Pro. Well, this is a J Pro, S19 Pro, S19J, S19 Pro, regular, non-J. We got J, regular J, and so on. Also, another improvement we did on the 2.2 megawatt farm is we have changed up the shelves. See how we have 5, we now have 6. And we also switched from using wood to using metal. So we switched to metal, and then we also switched from using 20 amp 20 amp circuits, and we switched to using PDUs. Now, the reason why we're using 20 amp circuits in these two containers is because the client wanted to do it that way at this farm. You know, the more economical way of setting up something like this is using PDUs. So you'd have like a 50 amp or 60 amp PDU. That's what we're doing at the 2.2, by the way. At the 2.2, we're using PDUs over there. And that's the most economical way. You put 416 onto a PDU that has 60 amps. So then you can plug in like 11 miners per PDU. And that gives you a very good savings. You know, you don't have to run 20 amp copper to every single miner. You're only running 6-aught to a PDU. Then that PDU, you're running 416. So you're doing, each leg is 240. So 240 on each leg, 416, a combination of the two legs. And that way you have like a really, like a solid amount of watts that you can load onto the PDU. You guys can take a look at the top here. See, we have our filtration, the other box here. We used this, you know, a couple of years ago. We were using it to allow more airflow into the container, but we changed it up. We actually ended up cutting out more holes, and so we don't really need this box anymore. But you can take a look at the roof. This is the standard roof we use, just to protect from rain and snow, so we don't have any, you know, puddles on top of the container. And again, this tarp right here, this is to protect air blowing this way into the container. You see how much pressure I'm getting from this tarp. It's actually pressing against me. All that air, it's not a bad thing. You want the air, right? But you don't want the snow. You don't want the rain. See how bendy it is right here? Just really bent towards the container. You don't want that, right? Right now, if it was snowing, it wouldn't be that great for the filter, but the tarp would stop everything. So that's what the tarp is for. You can see all the dust actually right there on the tarp. See all that yellow? That's like pollen, dust, stuff like that. So tarp is doing a good job stopping all the extra junk from getting inside. Well, it won't really get inside, but it's helping the filtration system. It's helping the filter to really concentrate on small particles, you know, little gnats, little bugs, mosquitoes, stuff like that, that you don't want to accumulate. You know, you're running these miners for years and years and years. You don't want the accumulation to slowly start adding up. You know, you ran it for a year. It's, you know, your miner went through so many mosquitoes. If you don't have like a bug net, or at least a bug net, or have this polyester blue filter that we use, is a lot better than a bug net. But if you didn't have anything, eventually, as time went on, after a year, 2 years, you know, your miner would get clogged up. You really get clogged up, and it'll have a negative impact. It'll start, you know, having impact on the PCB board. All those dead bugs on there. You know, they have their liquids inside the bug that could short circuit a chip, not the ASIC chip, but maybe a logic chip might short circuit a PIC chip, you know, things like that. So you got to put your filter on, and that's what we do for all our farms. We have high quality polyester filters we use, and then we have the tarp, protect from snow, rain, and all that other stuff. So yeah, I want to show you guys around today's video, and if you guys want to host with us, go to cryptollc.org. We got 2.2 megawatts available. By the way, 2.2 megawatts is larger than this site here. This is only 1.75 megawatts. You got one over there, 7.5 over there. 1.75. 2.2 is actually bigger in terms of power. It is larger than these two transformers combined. So go to cryptollc.org if you're looking to host. We don't have to host all of them, and you don't have to own the miners yourself. You can buy the miners from us. You can bring your own miners. You can bring GPUs and so on. By the way, we also have a special setup. We allow any potential clients We can negotiate where you would pay less for kilowatt hour and then just pay a certain portion of it in Bitcoin rather than in kilowatt hour. Most mining facilities, they just have a rate. Let's say they charge 10 cents or 9 cents or whatever they charge per kilowatt hour, you know, all in after all the fees and everything. It turns out to be like 10 cents, let's say, for kilowatt hour. We could actually work it out where we charge a certain amount in kilowatt hours and then a certain amount in Bitcoins, like a percentage. So some of our clients, they like that more. It gives them more wiggle room, gives them more breathing room, and we can have that set up for you. So, most farms don't do that. Most mining facilities, mining farms, hosting companies, they just tell you, hey, it's 9 cents a kilowatt, that's it, non-negotiable. You know, we're not gonna do any special deal for you. We're not gonna set up a Bitcoin percentage or anything like that, but we do that. So it's a better, it's more flexibility for the one that wants to host with us, right? For the clients, more flexibility for the clients. So go to cryptollc.org. That's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys like it. Like on the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.